इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
A very good afternoon to each and everyone who has joined us today on this beautiful afternoon of Sunday for the webinar series. I, Archana Sharma, along with the entire team of Franchise India, welcomes you to our webinar series, Business Opportunity with Chai. Franchise India is 23 years old business consulting firm we have 80 plus offices pan India, and we have 275 consultants who is facilitating different business solutions and suggestions to each and every investors who has come to us. We help all you even evaluating the right business opportunity for you. And we truly claim that no one sells more business than us, because we have helped more than 5,000 business brands in selling their business franchise through our consultant. We have helped more than 78,000 investors in getting the business solutions from us. We have expertise in brokerage, consulting, and brand management. We welcome and invite management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. This particular webinar is hosted by both of them. And during the course of this particular webinar, we'll take correct and complete understanding from the brand, as well as we'll invite each and every query from your side in our question and answer box. The brand which Franchise India team is representing today is a well-known name for each and everyone. Yes, the name is Prestige Exclusive. That's the brand we are representing today in front of each one of you. And we invite and welcome Mr. George, who will be talking about this brand. Today, we'll be talking about 4 different models they are offering in market. And they are already into market since 15 years. They have 569 stores presently in 334 towns. And it is our privilege to invite Mr. George to talk about this great opportunity. Thank you so much, George sir, for joining us today. And over to you. But before that, we have a small video for each one of us. Wow, that was the beautiful video on Prestige Exclusive, and we invite Mr. George to share his screen so that we can start our webinar. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'll just share my screen. Good afternoon. So I represent a company called TTK Prestige Limited. TTK Prestige is a very part of the TTK Group. TTK Group was formed in 1928 and is almost 100 years old. TTK Prestige is one of the pioneers of pressure cooking in India, and Prestige Exclusive is our foray into retail. So I'm going to talk to you about this business opportunity with us for opening exclusive Prestige stores. So this is one of the fastest growing franchisee business today. More so in the last 12 months, ever since the pandemic has hit us, people have been confined to their homes, and because people are confined to their homes, they're using more of their kitchens. They're using more of their kitchens. They're using more of the utensils in the kitchen. So companies like us in this space are doing extremely well because the company is doing well also. So our stores are also doing well. And in spite of the pandemic, we have been able to acquire a lot of stores in the last 12 months, and our business in our existing stores is growing very well. While other businesses are closing down, we are expanding. In fact, we opened more than 80 stores during the financial year 21-22, and we are looking at 2021, sorry, and we are looking at very aggressive expansion during the coming year FY22. What are the reasons for our growth today? Like I said, people's activities have shifted from out of the home to at home. So a lot of people are working from home, and because they're working from home, they're not eating out, they're eating at home. So the kitchens are in use like never before. And if the kitchens are in use like never before, then the utensils in the kitchen are also being used, and there's wear and tear, and it needs replacement, or they need new vessels for cooking. Home products are therefore in demand. It's not only that our company is doing well, all companies in this space are doing well, but we have the advantage of being an early mover in the business proposition which we have today. And the Prestige brand has been in demand like never before. So in any franchisee relationship, there are two partners. There is the franchisor, which is the company which is offering the franchiseship, and there is the partner who becomes a franchisee. So it's like a marriage, it's a relationship for long. And before we enter into a relationship, it's very important that we check each other out. So when you enter in as an investor, when you enter into partnership with any company or brand, it's very important that you check the credentials of the brand you're entering into a partnership with. So what does TTK Prestige bring to the table? This company is 60 years old. It's not a new company, not a company established in the recent past, but it's a very old company of long standing. This brand is the number one brand in the kitchenware. The first store in 2003, and today it's 18 years. So the concept is tried, tested, and a proven concept. So there's no risk. Prestige is a super brand. It is the most awarded and recognized brand in the kitchen appliance category. So we are 17 years old. We opened our first store in 2003, in June of 2003. And in June of 2021, we'll be completing actually 18 years. As of March 31, 2021, we have 620 stores. We have a retail of around 356 stores to these 620 stores. And we are present in 27 towns and 27 states and 360 towns. We have won a number of awards. We have been recognized repeatedly by Franchise India itself for the work that we're running in this space. We won Retail Excellence Award, and I personally also won some awards. So if you come to the way products like ours are distributed, so basically Prestige in the store, it's nothing very exclusive. Our products are distributed through multiple channels. Prestige brand is distributed through multiple channels. So there's traditional trade, which is typical steel shop or utensil shop or bartanwala, so to speak. So they form the core of our business. And traditional trade used to account for almost 100% of our business till the late 90s, before modern trade and retail came into existence. And over the years, traditional trade has remained where it is, while as other channels like modern trade, own retail, and online have developed. So in traditional trade, we have direct dealers. We are a little different from other companies. So we have dealers who buy directly from us and sell to the consumer. This accounts for around 40% of our business in traditional trade. And 60% of the business in traditional trade is through distributors who sell to smaller dealers who don't have the wherewithal to buy from the company, or some dealers are more comfortable buying with the distributor rather than buying from the company. Then we have modern trade. Modern trade established in India in the late 90s, and we have a very strong presence in modern trade. Last 1 year, because of the pandemic, modern trade has taken a beating because of the fact that most of these stores are in malls and in shopping complexes which are not operational for a major part of the year. But having said that, modern trade forms a very important part of our business. Then we have own retail. We are India's largest standalone kitchenware retailer. As a single brand or multi-brand, no other chain, standalone retail chain exists in kitchenware space. We are India's #1 kitchenware retailer, though we are only single brand, but yet we are India's largest and having most widespread presence. We do business through institutions, which is basically canteen stores department, which is the defense employees of the defense forces. So we sell through the unit canteens. We do business through oil companies in their Beyond LPG program, where they sell products which go with the gas connection. And then we also do a lot of corporate and gifting. Online today, e-commerce is the in thing. So we have a very huge e-commerce business, which has almost grown by 60% in the last 1 year, thanks to the pandemic. And we have our own website. We sell in marketplaces as a company, and we also sell through the preferred sellers on platforms like Amazon and Flipkart. We are having a business of almost 500 crores through the online. Then we have rural. So we have done some interesting work in this space where we sell our products with microfinance institutions, which cross-sell our products along with the financial product they offer to the customer. And the spread on the cross-selling the product is much better than the spread they make on the loan that they give. So this is also a very big business, and we're able to reach customers who would otherwise never have bought a brand in the first place. So you'll see that our company is present across channels, and we are fairly strong across channels. Our own retail accounts for around 16% of our sales. Though it accounts for 16% of our sales, it has very lot of indirect benefits for the organization, and it helps in improving consumption of kitchenware in the country. So like I told you earlier, the model is franchised. So there is, if you open a retail store, it could be two ways. It could be either company run directly or it could be a franchise model. We went in for the franchise model. What are the advantages of franchise model? The franchisee brings the entrepreneurial ability in him, which a company person can never bring. And the franchisee brings in the capital. So how it works in our model is that the company gives the brand to the franchisee and comes and funds the promotion. So job of the company is to get the walk-ins into the store and give you a protected margin. And the job of the franchisee is to make all the necessary investments, both CapEx and OpEx, and convert the walk-ins into a sale. So job of the franchisee is to, we totally define all parameters or aspects of the business. Franchisee just got to implement it the way the company wants it to be implemented. That's the job of the franchisee. What is our mission? So we just don't want to sell prestige. What we want to do is increase consumption of kitchenware in the country. We want to provide the latest and best in kitchen appliances in our store, provide the best shopping experience. Our store is not the cheapest store. So in our store, we sell at what we call market operating price, which is a fair price to the consumer, the price decided by the brand. But we give the customer an unmatched shopping experience, which you will not get in any multi-brand outlet or modern trade or e-commerce. We try to showcase the prestige brand in its complete avatar. So we want the customer to experience the prestige brand in the intended way in which the brand wants the customer to experience it. So basically our job is to provide such an unmatched shopping experience that increases the consumption of kitchenware in the country, and Prestige being the leading brand, it gains the advantage of that. So what are the advantages that a customer would prefer while buying from Prestige Exclusive? Typically, customer will only look at price, but in our store, it's much more than the price. There are a number of benefits which are not price driven, but which are also advantages to the consumer, might not be directly in the form of the price. So we have a loyalty program. So every time you shop, you get points. So there is a 50 rupees you buy is 1 point, and 1 point is 1 rupee, which translates into 2%. In addition to that, we have bonus points. So if you buy 20,000 in 2 years, you get 400 rupees gift card from the company. If you buy 35,000, you get 650 rupees. And if you buy 50,000, you get 950 rupees. So if you take 50,000 rupees purchase, you can get around 2,000 rupees worth of bonus card from the company, which translates into a benefit of 4%. And 50 rupees, 1 point, 1.1 rupees, around 2%. The total benefit is around 6%. There's another way of reducing the price without touching the price. Then we have gift cards. So now today in retail, gift cards is a thing seeing a lot of growth across categories, across stores, across retailers. So it gives you the flexibility of choice. Like if you were to go for a marriage, it's very likely that you'll get the same size of cooker and the same brand for many people. So gift card gives you the flexibility of choice. So we have a gift card program running, and the advantage of this is that it is redeemable only in our stores and it can be sold only in our exclusive stores. So it's a closed loop. We sell the gift card as a retail product. We also sell it to resellers who put it on catalogs like HDFC Rewards Catalog, SBI Cards Rewards Catalog, or if you take IndusInd Bank, they reward their employees with Prestige gift cards. So the beneficiary who gets the gift card is forced to come to our store and buy the product because it can only be redeemed in our physical store or on our online store. Then we have something called Smart Buy. So we are present in 360 towns. So in small towns with 50,000 population, you don't expect that store to keep all the stock. You have a rural format where you can just start a store with 5 lakhs of stock. So there, suppose we have a 50,000 rupee chimney in our catalog, and that store in a small town might not have that product. So we have the option where the store, if they do not have the stock, they are provided a login ID and password on our website. They can book the product on our website. Customer can pay online. We will ship it either to the store or to the customer, and the store will get 7.5% on the transaction. So it's like for generating the lead, and so it's like an endless aisle. We don't lose the customer, and yet we protect the interests of the store. So increasingly stores are using this facility. Often we don't have stock of a particular item in the store, or in a small town we can't afford to keep the full range. So the Smart Buy option comes into play, and its business through Smart Buy option is on the increase month on month. In addition to that, we tie up with brands having similar target audience, whereby we give some benefits to customers in our store by associating with such brands. Around the year, we have discounts and offers. In our store, nothing sells on MRP. Throughout the year, there are discounts and offers. In addition to that, there are some products which are sold on MRP, but then there's a combi offers in which you get another product free along with that. Pricing is transparent. So the pricing is locked. We have our own software in the stores, web-based software. Pricing is locked. You cannot sell at a higher price or at a lower price. So even if the owner is not there, it's very easy to run this business. There's a printed price list in the store, so customer knows that when he comes into the store, it's a fixed price store. There's no bargaining. We have something called smart billing. So sometimes on some products on MRP, we have gift. So if the customer doesn't want that gift, he can exchange it for one or more products of equal or higher value. If it's of higher value, he can pay the difference. This facility you will not get in any modern trade outlet or in any traditional trade outlet. This is called Smart Switch. In addition to that, customer can choose between many options. So you can buy a product at MRP with a gift. You can buy a product at discount. You can buy a product on exchange. All these options are there throughout the year. So customer has the flexibility of choice. Then we have gift cards. Like I told you, we have multiple partners for the gift cards. We work with a company called Quicksilver, which is the pioneer of gift cards. We work with Vouchergram, which has got e-cards. We work with Accentive, which also has gift cards. So we have 3 partners existing for gift cards, and the Prestige gift card program runs with these 3 partners. In addition to that, we have a smart EMI program. So to improve the business in the store, there are 2 ways of improving business in the store. One, you get new customers. Second, you increase the transaction value of the existing customer. So in today's day and age, with the onslaught of e-commerce, with the brand being strong across channels, getting new customers is a tough ask. So what we try to do, we try to increase the transaction value of the existing customer. So we have tied up with companies like Bajaj, TVS Credit, and IDFC First, whereby we give products on EMI. The interest part is borne by the brand. So TTK Prestige funds the interest, and the customer only pays the principal. So what happens typically, the ticket size goes up. So average ticket size in the store of ours is around 3,000 rupees. When we do an EMI, the ticket size is around 12,000. So the ticket size goes up 4 times. This is something we are focusing on. We are getting more partners on board. So we are doing EMI now with Amazon Pay, multi-bank credit card EMI, and we are many more partners are in the pipeline because we believe this is a major cutting edge for the store, which cannot be you won't get this online, you won't get this in any other store. Then we have multiple payment options in the store: debit card, credit card, UPI payments. All those options are there. We also tied up with a company called Loyalty Rewards. This handles the loyalty program of debit cards of nationalized banks and a few debit cards of private banks also. So typically, if you use these debit cards in our store, you get points. And even if you have points in those cards, you can redeem them in our store. So it's another way of getting additional discount to the customer. Many customers don't even know that they have so many points on the debit card, because every time you transact using the debit card or you make an online payment, you get points. And they are presently surprised when they come and redeem the points in our store. We also tied up with Amazon Pay. Amazon Pay is a wallet. So when you use Amazon Pay as a payment mode in our store, you get a 5% cashback up to rupees 750. So this is another way of giving an additional discount to the customer. So though it's a fixed price store, there are ways and means of giving additional discount to the store, to the customer, so that you're price competitive. So how do we get business in the store? So typically how it works is that Prestige is a very strong brand. We spend a huge amounts of money, in excess of 100 crores on mass media every year. So brand is advertised almost 8 to 9 months of the year. Customer sees the ad, sees the store in a good location and comes in and buys. Typically that's how it works. 50-60% of the business is that. In addition to that, the balance part of the business is through localized activities around a 5-kilometer radius of the store. Research has shown that in categories like kitchenware, customers do not travel distant. It's like your friendly neighborhood grocery store. It's not as close as the grocery store, but it's still close. So typically what we do around the 5-kilometer radius of the store, we do a number of activities to promote the store. So we do apartment activities, we take part in exhibitions. We also, if you are present in small towns, we go to a neighboring town. When the company is running any promotions, we take a Choultry on rent and we conduct a sale over there for 3 to 4 days with some localized activities. So we do activities like this. Objective is to build up awareness of the store and to get the business. All these marketing activities, 75% of the cost is borne by the company, 25% is borne by the franchisee. We do a lot of product demos inside the store and outside the store. In addition to that, our company pays a lot of emphasis on training of the store staff. Store staff form a very critical part of the business because our business is very complicated. We have over 700 SKUs, we have a lot of promotions, a lot of categories we operate in. So typically, pre-pandemic, we used to conduct physical classroom training in one of our factories twice a year. So in the north, we used to do it in a factory in Roorkee. In the west, we do it in a factory in Baroda. In the south, we do it in a factory in Hosur. And east, we do it in our zonal office in Calcutta. So typically, these training programs are held twice a year. 3-day training program. 1 day is on product, 1 day is on soft skills, 1 day is on marketing, software, and commercial. All expenses borne by the company, and these training programs are held twice a year. Post the pandemic, because people couldn't travel, we had online training and we started training in vernacular. So last financial year, we had 2 rounds of training, one in the first half and one in the second half, online, different subjects on different days and in different languages. So we did all South Indian languages, Hindi and Bengali. In addition to that, we run incentive schemes for the store staff, whereby if they achieve their target, company pays an incentive through an agency directly to the store staff because they form a very important part of our business. In addition to that, if a store staff completes 5 years with the franchisee, we give him a 5,000 rupee cash award from the company. If he completes 10 years, 10,000. If he completes 15 years, 15,000. So we try to treat the store staff as a part of the company, though they are on the rolls of the franchisee, because they form a very key part of the business. So in Hindi, there's a saying, "Jo dikhta hai, wahi bikta hai." So in our endeavor in our store is to present the products in such a way that people consume more of kitchenware. People are not aware of all the products Prestige is into, so we try to present it in such a way to the customer that they consume more of it. They are aware of what Prestige has to offer. Our stores are typically small, 400 to 800 square feet, what we call small box retail, but the throughput of our store is very good, 10,000, 15,000 rupees per annum per square feet. So we give very good output for the small area that we occupy. We try to pack in as much as possible into that small area and we try to display it in such a way that customer consumes more. Everything is on open display. Customer can touch and feel. Nothing is in the box. Our store salesman plays the role of an expert to guide the customer on the correct choice for as per his requirement. These are all visual merchandising initiatives in the store. From time to time, we promote certain product categories, which are the flavor of the season or some to promote that we highlight in the store. We provide glow sign boards. So in a small town, it's typically a flex board. In a larger town, it's an ACP board, cost borne by the company. We do a lot of handbills, paper inserts. Typically, the brand runs 3 promotions in a year. April to July is exchange scheme. September, October, November is Diwali scheme. And December, Jan or Jan, Feb is New Year scheme. This is when the brand runs some promotion. Though during those promotions, we provide handbills to the franchisees so they can do paper inserts where people are aware of the store. In addition to that, in all our paper ads, the franchisee name and address will come in the ads. In addition to that, we do some activities out of this promotional calendar of the brand, which is only at the stores. Like recently, we had a year-end sale with additional discounts during the last week of March. Another big initiative we are working on is the omni-channel initiative. So we have our own website, which is called prestigeexclusive.in, which is a replica of our physical store. So now we are working on a solution which should be live by first quarter of this financial year, whereby if the customer places an order on our website, customized within 3 to 5 kilometer radius of the store, and the store has the stock. The order gets allocated to the store, and the store delivers to the customer, getting the full margin. So this is a unique thing we are going to do, and this is something which no other brand has done in our space. In addition to that, through this initiative, we can do things like bundling of products, which today in conventional e-commerce in our category is not possible. We can also do exchange, which again does not happen in our category, which is going to happen through this initiative. So this initiative will give a major fill up to the business for our stores. Typically through this initiative, we can deliver to customer in hours, which no other e-commerce platform can offer. We can deliver in a few hours to the customer, providing an unmatched shopping experience. So typically we have 4 store formats. So the high-end format is called the Pro format, typically in the big cities like Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, or NCR or Mumbai. So this is a very high-end format. Total interiors cost around 15 lakhs, but it's absolutely top of the class. In addition to that, after that, we have the Ace format and the Smart format, which are typically for the next level of towns. These all formats have the same theme of giving unmatched shopping experience, everything being on open display, customer can touch and feel, but it's fitted into the budget of the town, depending on the potential of business of the town. Then we have the rural format. So we are very strong in the south. Now we want to penetrate towns with a population less than 50,000 in the south and less than 1 lakh population in the non-south. So this is typically a format whereby you can open the store with a sub 10 lakh investment. So this is how the Pro format looks, absolutely top of the class. It's a really great shopping experience for the customer, which no other retail chain in this space can match. In this, typically investments around 30 to 35 lakhs, which includes deposit to the company, sign-up fees, deposit for the shop, interiors, working capital, all put together. The next format is the Ace and Smart format. This is again for the next level of towns. This investment is around 20 lakhs, including deposit to company, sign-up fees, deposit for shop, interiors, and the working capital. And the last format is rural format. Like I told you, this is for sub 50,000 population in the south and around 1 lakh of population in the non-south. And this is with the stripped down interiors, with less stock. So typically in this, the investment is around 10 lakhs. So there's only 5 lakhs investment in stock, and it only keeps the running items, and everything else is against order. So this is the basic margin which we give. All margins are on the selling price. And basically pressure cookers carry a margin of 21% on the selling price, cookware 24%, appliances 21%, spares 29%, and accessories 24%. Weighted average margin comes around 22%. In addition to that, there's 1.75% annual incentive, which is given at the end of the year based on turnover and store maintenance. And in addition to that, we also reimburse the store the GST part of the margin. So if you pay any GST on your sales, company reimburses the GST so that your margin is protected. So this gives you around 22 plus 1.75, which is 23.75% margin. In addition to that, if you buy smartly, you can say 1% in the year, because the schemes keep changing. And if you buy when the scheme is better and sell it when the scheme is less, you get the difference is yours. So this is all from me. If you and hand it over to the Franchise India team. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. George. It's a very good presentation, and we know the company, and we've been having a very long-lasting relationship with your team and seen the work. So, friends, this is one of the opportunities which we have seen closely. One of the most performing franchise opportunity in the country. Rather, Franchise India has awarded them as a Franchiser of the Year, which is the most prestigious award which we do. And this is not easy. I mean, you have been competing with companies like Titan and a lot of other big groups which have very ethical practices of franchising. So great to have you. And just to summarize, I think there are 4 different models which are available, typically starting from, say, 9 odd lakh rupees, which is rural, to about the most advanced, which is urban format, which is 30 odd lakh rupees. And almost 50% of that investment would go into working capital, which is your stock. The margins, weighted margins, is about 22%, and if you get the annual bonus, it becomes 23.75, which is very attractive because you don't have to have any other discounting available. So let me start with a few questions which are, I think, coming from the audience. And the first question is that because you are a very large distributed brand, you have general trade, you have now your own channel, you have online. How do you really protect price points and market, especially the typical markets where cookware, servoware, small appliances, they all work on what I call the market operating price. So the small independent retailers would give discounts So when you are in a retail business and exclusive store, how do you protect the pricing and how do you make sure that there is no further discounts available? Otherwise, it will erode the margin of the retailer or of dedicated franchise. That's one question. Second, online obviously has a very aggressive pricing. So, and every small appliance company particularly have suffered because online, when the customer compares, the prices are different. How do you address that situation? If say Amazon is running a particular discount or any other player which is running a discount. And third, you touched upon the O2O part of it, which is very welcoming, the online to offline kind of a capability. How soon you are going to be ready? You said this quarter, but what kind of a volume shift you would like to see, which would come from that, or it would be incremental value, which would come for every store? So these three questions, which is largely about the margin protection.
Yeah. So first of all, coming to the price, is on everyone's mind that how will we compete with online? So what we as a brand, our policy is that we have something called an MOP and we maintain it across different channels which we sell. So there's modern trade, there's online, there's a traditional retail, and there's the exclusive store. So we have this MOP and largely the prices are maintained on the MOP across all platforms. Having said that, what we are done with online is we have developed exclusive products for them, which accounts for, in the case of Flipkart, 75% of the sale comes from the exclusive products. In the case of Amazon, around 40% comes from exclusive products. So those products are not there offline. So there's no benchmark or comparison between the two. Totally separate set of products where we try to give a good price value equation. In addition to that, this financial year, something unique which we have done, we have decided to sell certain select exclusive products of offline only through our exclusive store. This will be at a marginally higher price than what we call BAU, business as usual price online. But I believe that the consumer will be ready to pay that premium. 5% premium will be there over the normal price in online, because he gets a touch and feel and he gets immediate delivery. In addition to that, we always have Amazon cashback. Amazon Pay cashback is there 5%. There are various other non-price competing benefits. One more point to note is that in kitchenware, 40% of the sale is through exchange throughout the year. So exchange in kitchenware is not there in online because the cost of collecting the old product is much more than the value of the old product itself, unlike mobiles. So that's a big advantage that offline retailers have vis-a-vis online, not only Prestige Exclusive, all offline retailers. So to that extent, we are covered. Like we run the exchange scheme, the brand runs it now, April to July. This is one of the best retailing periods for us in our stores. We do extremely well because our stores are the only outlets of ours which run this in the letter and spirit which the company intends it to run. Many retailers don't run it because they are worried about the less margins and all that. So there are many ways and means by which I don't think it will be a problem at all.
Sure.
This O2O we should be live by end of this quarter because there's a lot of tech challenges in that, but we overcome all of that. Dry run should happen in the next month or so. And by June, we should be live. Currently in our website, we do a business of around 10 crores. Okay. But once we have the O2O with delivery in hours, and once we start without marketing our website, just through organic, we are doing the current business. I believe that this business can become 100 crores. Given the fact that company will market our web store and the benefits the customer gets in terms of exchange, bundling of products, and delivery in hours.
Sure. So now let's move into the little bit on the sales side. All the formats, and you can give us a little bit of a spectrum. What kind of throughput you would do in a urban store, which is your pro store, and what kind of throughput you would get in the rural place. And retail is all about stock turnover, because the kind of stock levels you're keeping in the urban one is 15 lakh rupees and you're keeping 5 lakh rupees in the, or what kind of annual turnovers you would be able to see for the stock ratios and how it changes between the urban and the rural part.
So if I take all the stores which we have, turnover of all the stores and the number of months they operate, the average turnover of a store in the country is around 5 to 6 lakhs per month. That is around 60 to 70 lakhs per year. Having said that, typically stores in the urban areas, especially in the south, they do in excess of 8 to 10 lakhs a month. So that's the typical turnover of a store. And typically the stock rotation of the stock typically happens once in 2 months. So in every 60 days, the stock should rotate. We also, in case there is a problem, we take back the stock and do stock correction so that there is no dead inventory. But we expect all our stores to keep the full range of ours, because why the customer comes to our store is because they can see what is new in Prestige, which you might not see in a multi-brand outlet or online. So we try to give the customer what's new in Prestige.
Sure. So that's very helpful. So it's a 5 to 6 lakh rupees is the average store
Yes.
performance, but in South, because it's very strong, it's 8 to 10 lakh rupees and 60 days of stock turnover,
Yes.
kind of, which is very, very fast turnover cycles, because unlike in other categories, it's not that fast. So that's very, very good. And the fast moving, stores which have higher throughput would might have to load up the stock, especially on the season time. And my next question is, what are the seasons you see where you would have a larger throughput coming in?
So typically we have 3 good months in the year. So we have the exchange scheme during April to June. So typically June is a very good retailing month. Then the Diwali month, whether it's October or November, it's because especially in the non-South where people buy metal on the Dhanteras day and things like that. So Diwali month is a very good month. And then we have January, which is a good retailing month because typically promotions run in the South, New Year sales are there, and all the festivals are there like Pongal, and all the festivals are there in Jan. So Jan is a very good month. So typically there are 3 months, good months: June, November, October, and Jan. But having said that, I'll tell you one more thing, that because this is an essential item for the household, there's not so much of a fluctuation month to month. There's an average business every month we do. 15-20% fluctuation will be higher. That's all. Otherwise, it's average business, good business throughout the year. Not too much peaks and troughs.
Thank you very much. I think that's very helpful. And friends, we see a lot of questions. Keep going and writing the questions. And also, I would like to thank everyone. We have a very big number joined on especially Sunday. So this shows the interest in the brand and your interest to start a business. Now, my next question is about the rentals. What is a preferred rentals which you would allow the franchise to do that, and what would be the deviation would be, say, a metropolitan city or a smaller city? What kind of rentals you would like to see? And I also know that you run some air-conditioned shops and non-air-conditioned shops also. So it saves the capex and opex also, how they run that. Anything which you want to talk about the rentals?
First of all, I'd like to tell you all that we treat your business as our business. So we don't go for a premise where the rentals are too high and it's not going to work out. We don't want to just open a store for the sake of opening the store. We want the store to be profitable. So typically what we do when we work with people who are interested in opening the store with us, we back calculate if the rent is so much, what is going to be the expenses and what is going to be the turnover for that store. Based on that, we take a decision whether to go or not go. If that location is not suitable, we go for a cheaper location. So typically how it works is that 6 times or 5 times of the expenses of the store is the break even. So typically I work backwards from that. So non-rental expenses will be 40 to 50,000 in a big city. And if I add the rentals to that, 50, 60,000. So typically around ₹1 lakh. So I'm talking about 5 lakh break even. So we work backwards and we see only if it will work out, because we also see in that town how strong is the brand, what is the potential of the business. We go into all that and then decide whether to go or not to go. So we will work closely and we will advise exactly whether it's suitable or not. Our stores don't necessarily have to be on the ground floor. We are done very well in the first floor also, which has got a good glass facade in the front. We don't have to be on high street. We are more of your friendly neighborhood kitchenware store. So we do better in big cities, in extension areas. We are not in the, like in Bangalore, we are not in Brigade Road or Commercial Street. We are in outskirts like Yelahanka, Nelamangala. All outskirts we do very well, because where development takes place, such products sell more. Where people are setting up houses, such products do well. So typically in big cities, we are in outskirts and developing areas. Often we are the first kitchenware shop in that area. There will be no multi-brand outlet also. Our store will be the first store. So initially when we started this project, we used to just go and see where Nilgiris or where Food World is opening, we used to open next to them, because they would have done the research. There's no need for us to do research. So that's how it used to be. So typically we do well in extension areas. Only in small towns, typically it's only one street and we'll be there on that street. But we don't like to be in bazaar locations. We want to provide the customer a good shopping experience. So in a medium class town, we want to be in little outskirt of the town where it's customer can park the vehicle, can have a good shopping experience. We are not in the bazaar street.
Sure, it always is good. Specialty retail works like that. So you are in a place which is emerging, a lot of new homes coming in. you will have a rental, cheaper rental, but you will become a destination store where people will come and buy regularly. And once they come and buy and they get a good experience, they become a subscriber. So then they continue to come back to the same store more often. So, and I will also request our audience to go out and now start sharing the locations you are open, because you have to understand this is already very well spread. So not every location is available, few locations are available. And my next question is about the rollout and the approval process and the turnaround time for the store. So 3 questions, Mr. George. One is the rollout. Which is your preferred rollout? We want to understand. Second, what is the approval process? How you approve the site and how you get the approval process? And third, if I finalize today, if I want to get in, how soon I can start the store, gets into operation? So 3 questions to you.
So first of all, we have every year at the beginning of the year, we make a plan for which are the preferred locations where we want to open the store. So we have shared that list of locations with the Franchise India team where we intend to open stores in the year ahead. And we have some criteria, like in a small town, we won't open more than 1 store. So we try to be fair to the franchisee. We don't want to open store for the sake of opening. And we have made a plan, as we'll go as per that plan. Having said that, if we get inquiries from some town, which is not our focus area, but unrepresented, we be open for that. But there'll be some restrictions on places where we already have stores, because we want to be fair to the existing franchises which are there. Typically, how the process works is, once we have someone who's interested, the location is shared with us, and we have a one-to-one call with the person along with Franchise India, and we gauge the person if he's right for the business. Because like I said, this relationship we're looking for long. So there should be a matching of minds, both from our side and from the other side. And once we are okay with that, we decide to go ahead. Typically, from the time we say yes and to the time we open the store is around 4 weeks. It can be done as quick as 4 weeks. It depends on how fast things happen on the other end. From our end, it can all happen in 4 weeks. So typically, we try to open the store within 4 weeks. Typically, in the fit-out period, we should be able to open the store.
Excellent. I'll take one more question and then we'll pass it on to Sonia for taking questions. And a lot of questions, Sonia, coming in. If you can also capture some cities, people asking, some of our senior consultants are asking about specific locations. So if you can do that, we will be good if we can go through some of the locations where they're open on. Now, coming to the current structure which you have in terms of, is the product line currently, which is divided between cookware, servoware, small appliances, any new lines which are coming in, like you have kitchen supplies also, like home chimneys and that? You would like to give us an overview about your category mix, how it's going to be evolved over the time?
Yeah. So typically what's happening is that right now company is, our organization is very cash rich. So we're on the prowl for acquisitions. We're having a lot of cash in bank. So company is looking for acquisitions, both organic and inorganic. Having said that, currently we are focusing on, largely it is extensions within the lines we are operating on. So we are focusing on existing lines. What happened, I'll tell you, we used to import a lot of appliances from China. Post the problems we started having with China as a country, in October 2020, we decided to stop all imports from China. So now a major exercise is going on to make everything localized or to find alternate vendors from other countries. So there's been a little bit of disruption in the last few months. But going in the year ahead, we are largely looking at new launches in all the categories we operate, and getting back to all the categories we were pre-COVID, because some of the categories we exited because we were importing from China and we didn't have another source. So getting back into all those categories and having new launches within categories we are operating, because the market we operate is around 25,000 crores in market size. Our turnover is just 2,200 crores. So there's only 10% share. Our share in cookers and cookware is 30%. In all other categories, it's nowhere near 30%. So that's the leeway we have to grow in existing categories itself. So we want to focus for now on that.
Great. So over to you, Sonia, for your questions and also some of the locations we want to really touch upon, because a lot of people are writing. Friends, go out and introduce your locations. Some people are already doing it. So somebody's asked for West Godavari. So specific cities, if you take, we will take Mr. George's time quickly for do broader approval of the city being available or not. Over to you, Sonia.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. George. So while I pick up the cities where we are receiving inquiries, I also have a sheet, which you had sent, and maybe we can take a minute for everybody to go through, but I can pick up some of the cities where people have already started asking. And before that, I wanted to ask a couple of, questions before we move, and staying on the site itself, because site is very important criteria, for a business like this. What are the considerations one must keep in mind? Because I see people asking if mall is right, a high street is the right place to get into. So do you want to maybe suggest what kind of locations in which
Yeah,
tier
yeah.
are the appropriate spots to get in?
So like I said earlier, in big cities, we are not in high street. So we are in retail locations, but in big cities where there's a lot of development taking place, we are in areas where the development taking place. Typically, we do better there because for our product, customer doesn't want to travel distance. He wants to
Right.
shop close to where he's staying. So typically, we are there. In the medium cities, we are there, not again in the high street, but in the extension areas of the city where you can have a leisurely shopping experience. So typically, we are there. In small towns, which is rural, we are, because typically it's only one road, we want to be on that road. So we are not in the bazaar location, we are in retail locations.
All right. And because, I will also take a question from a gentleman in Delhi, Mr. Sunil Mehra. While Delhi is a tier one location, but a lot of tier one locations like Delhi, Bangalore, Bombay would also have B or C kind of markets. How do we
Yeah.
treat these markets? For
Yeah.
example, he says
So-
he has a place in East Patel Nagar in New Delhi, in Delhi, and it is an area of 250 square feet. Would Prestige showroom be possible in a location like this?
So typically, it's not that the city only is classified as in a particular class. It depends on the locality in the city, like you said.
Right.
Given the high rentals in cities like Bombay and Delhi, our in NCR and Bombay, our franchise model has not succeeded. So what we are trying to do is we are also looking at company-owned and franchisee-operated stores or company-owned and company-operated stores. So we are open to that. We are looking at such expansion in NCR and in Bombay. We already have a company-owned franchisee-operated store in Goregaon in Bombay, and we are looking this year at NCR. I've also shared those locations with you. 250 square feet also we are open stores, but we'll require a separate warehouse because we can open small stores where rental costs are very high. We can pack it into 250, 300 square feet, but we'll require separate space for the godown because without the godown, we can't operate the store. Customer doesn't wait for a product like us.
Absolutely. Helpful. And I will also take a question which one of our prospective investors have asked, wherein he like to understand, because you did mention about your online sales, which contribute about 500 crores annually. So what is the overall revenue which online would contribute versus the overall revenue the company would do through various other channels?
So typically our company last year, we had a turnover around 2,100 crores, in which online was around 400 crores, 20%. There was a substantial jump in the online business last year because of the pandemic. But having said that, we don't expect that to come down in the year ahead. It's changed for permanent. It's not going to change. It's not going to go back. But having said that, the market itself is growing. So 80% of our business is coming from now offline. And in that, retail itself accounted for around 60. We did very well, though we operated only for 10 months last year. We did very well, though many markets were closed even after some markets opened in May, June. So our stores were able to adapt to the changed circumstances better than other retailers. So we did much better compared to others.
So I'll take a question, which is on the stock replenishment turnaround time. Typically, how long does it take? One, and second, are there any MFQs, minimum order quantity, which a franchisee needs to give? And third part is logistics. Typically, how much of the logistics cost and who bears that? I think these were some questions I see coming from the audience.
So typically we have our warehouses in every state. We have one warehouse. In some big states like Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, we have two, or UP, we have two warehouses. And how this model works is that initially we bill you the full assortment. After that, whatever you sell, that only is replenished. There is no pressure of stocking, dumping the stocks. It is purely retail driven. And there is no MOQ. You can order as much as you want, as and when you want. Typically, we encourage our retailers to order more frequently so that the rotation for the stock is faster for them.
Okay.
And freight is paid by the company. It's free door delivery to the store.
Sure. It's free delivery. Great. So, Mr. George, I'll take a moment. I wanted to share my screen on the cities that you shared with us, because I see a lot of locations coming from all across the country. And what we can also do, because I understand people will not be able to make a note of that immediately, we'll speak to all the investors who have come in and share it with them. But I'll take maybe the next 1 minute so this is Tamil Nadu, friends, where these are the locations which have been shortlisted, which you see on the screen. And we have segregated based on the locations where we currently have underserved markets. So this is the rollout for Tamil Nadu. Then we have the next part. So this is the list of cities in Karnataka and Goa. I think this is very vast where we want to get it, including Bangalore also, where there are 6 odd locations which are currently available. And then we have Bangalore upcountry, where we have almost 15 odd locations available. And Hubli and Goa put together is another, I would say 15 odd locations. Wait a minute. And then we have Kerala. So this is the list of cities in Kerala. There are about 20 odd cities in entire Kerala that have been shortlisted. And Mr. George, can I have your feedback on the red? Because we also see some red locations.
So that is also included in the list of locations that is added later.
All right, helpful.
We have just completed our planning process, and so it's little.
Sure. So this is another sheet.
Hyderabad, Telangana.
This is Telangana. So there are about, I think there are 25 odd places that we see which are part of the rollout plan. And then we have a separate sheet for AP. So this is where the AP rollout is. I think this should also be another 25 odd location. This is north of India, which has been segregated based on the states. So we have Delhi. There's only one for Delhi, Mr. George, that we see, and Haryana. Yeah. So Delhi is only one. So that's the main model that we're looking for.
Actually, Delhi, we are planning a company owned, and we are open to franchise operated or company operated store. We are planning 1 store in Delhi.
Okay. And
we are planning 1 store in Noida and 1 store in Ghaziabad.
Okay. So when we talk about maybe a place in Delhi, Noida or NCR, these have to be locations which have to be good locations. And if the company wants to do FOCO, location would be of a very prime concern. So Haryana, these are the cities, are about 11 locations all put together. We have Ghaziabad and about 17 places in Ghaziabad alone. Lucknow, there are 13 which are there. And then we have Punjab and J&K, which contributes 17 more. And Rajasthan 9. So all put together, there are about 68 locations in north alone. And this is the city West that we have for West, which includes Indore. We have, and on the right hand side, you can see the segregation of all, where we have included MP, CG, Gujarat, Pune, and Bombay, all put together about 79. And this is Indore is a big rollout of about 20. And then we have Pune, which is a big list again. This is 29 cities in Pune alone. And then we have Gujarat, which is 19 cities. And this is Chhattisgarh with 19 odd locations that we are currently looking at. I think all put together, this should be a very vast number of locations which are being explored currently. I'll see if I have another one with me.
East.
Yeah, I need to go down on my screen. Just a moment.
East is on the right side. Just on.
Yeah, I think I can't see.
Where you are there next person.
Yeah. This is the entire list in East, and this is very big. So we have Cuttack with about 17. It includes rural also. We have Guwahati, which is another 15. We have Kolkata, which is, I think this should be about 50 plus spots in Kolkata alone that we want to reach out to. And then we have Ranchi, which is again 14 odd locations which I see. And then we have Patna, which is I think all put together these are 24 which I'm seeing between Ranchi and Patna. Friend, this is the list, and this is very vast. I know all of you might not have been able to take a note of or grasp. We'll be able to share details and reach out to you based on the city and the inquiries that we receive. And while I see a lot of locations coming in, and Mr. George, we'll take it up, one-on-one with all the teams
Yeah.
and through our teams with all the audience
Sure.
which has come to us. And a lot of people are also asking for a distribution CNF opportunity. I know you already have a big distribution setup. Any regions which you think are currently not well served?
I can put you on to the concerned team because I don't handle that, but I can put you on to the concerned team for the distribution.
All right.
I'll give you the list of people to contact for that.
And Mr. George, we also have a good operation in Bangladesh. How's Bangladesh for you for retail?
No, actually, the problem is that we don't have the license for the brand outside of India.
Oh, okay.
So when we do the brand is owned by a company based in Singapore. So some countries, they allow us where we pay a royalty to them, but we can't set up stores in other countries and all. So we have another brand called Judge, which we own worldwide. We can do business under that brand, but that brand is not famous. So Prestige is well known because of the Indian diaspora.
Yeah, it is a Meyer and a Prestige TTK joint venture. Yeah. Great. So we have a lot of consultants all over India in 85 cities, and
Yeah.
most of the locations which you have really mentioned would be covered by some of our consultants.
Sure.
So what we would want to do is next 3-4 days, there is a huge amount of inquiry base which has come both on our webinar and Facebook Live. I think we've got about 100 odd inquiries just now. And we will cover all these inquiries in the next 2 working days. And
Yeah.
then we organize a detailed one-on-one discussion with you where
Sure.
you can do that. So any particular date which we want to really lock in, probably we have to lock in 2 dates, one in the coming week and one in the following week. And both
Yeah.
where we will be able to really filter down. And we'll also do a little bit of a deeper study, because this would go to now say our consultants in Kerala. They would work on all Kerala locations, find out who are the people interested. Similarly, people in different parts of Maharashtra, different parts of Gujarat, everywhere we'll do this exercise.
Sure.
And Franchise India is about 150 odd people will work at different locations aggressively over next 2 weeks to bring in very qualified, great profiles to you for your review. And once you
Sure.
prove that, we can really go out and finalize those franchises. Any particular
Sure.
dates, George Saab?
So, I'll be in touch with Archana and we can fix up mutually. It's
I
not a
think-
problem at all.
Side also one of the date.
Yeah.
आपके पास
So, Hanji. So, George sir, as we discussed yesterday, we have kept 2 days. First is 9th of April,
Yeah.
which is Friday, and 14th of April. So, if you are comfortable, available, we
Yeah,
can
fine,
fix
no
it right
problem. No
now.
problem. I'll keep myself free on those 2 days.
Sure,
Okay.
sir.
Great. So great, Mr. George. Good to have you again on our platform, and looking forward. Maybe this year again, you are a big contender for being the franchisor of the year. So hopefully this time we'll work with you to really big the numbers and sustainability.
Sure.
Any last comments you want to say?
No, I think it's been good. It's very interesting. First time having such an experience. I've conducted some webinars in the past, but with much lesser audience. So I think this is a good way of going forward.
Look forward. Sonia, any your comments, and then pass it on to Archana.
Thank you so much, Mr. George. I think the presentation was very, very elaborate. And a lot of our audience are asking to share it with them. And friends, we'll reach out to all of you. We have our independent franchise consultants who will reach out to you, and also our team members in the cities where you are present. We'll fix
Sure.
up the dates at 9th and 14th as suggested today. And in the meantime, you can take your time to go through the entire
Sure.
format and the business model so that we can make our meeting productive. And also, if you have a property which is available and you can share these property information, we can have maybe a detailed understanding if these properties are relevant for us to get into. And especially FOCO is only for maybe the top cities at just the locations where Prestige wants. So it is not
Yeah.
open for all. And we have put a hotline number, friends, in the chat box, which is 9717683838. Kindly make a note of this, and you can also send an SMS or a WhatsApp on this while we reach out to everybody, especially the ones who have asked questions in the Q&A box on our priority. But we'll reach out to all the audience who has been present there today. And I also understand we received a very big response, and some of you for some reasons could not participate. So everybody who's got registered for this webinar, we'll send you a thank you note with the details of the presentation. Thank you so much, Mr. George, once again. And
Yeah,
thank
just one more point. I have shared a list of locations where you're looking for the company-owned stores. There are 14 such locations. It's not only the big cities. There are some strategic towns for us where somehow we couldn't open the franchise stores spread across the country. So there also, if you can help us to identify properties, we'll be more than happy.
Absolutely. I think absolutely. I think we should be.
I've shared that list, Archana.
All right. I think helpful. We'll reach out to everyone on that too. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
George. Over to
Thank
you.
you.
Ashwin.
So thank you so much, George sir, for taking out time today on your
Yeah.
from your busy schedule. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Gaurav sir. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am. Dear participants, we really want to thank you for joining us today, sharing so many queries. Do reach out to us at our business hotline number, which is 97176 83838. We have shared the same number in chat box also. Please book your slot at the same business hotline number for 9th and 14th of April, where you have chance to meet Mr. George for one-to-one interaction. Do save this number in your phone book because we are sharing regular business.
Ashna, we've lost you in between. I think while we wait for Ashna, friends, this is the hotline number and that you can reach out for any inquiry with respect to the business model. And also tomorrow we have 12 o'clock another webinar. If Ashna joins and she's able to see, she can show you the same. We have a company called Sanjeevani, which is a pharmacy store currently running in about 300 locations in the country, where the investment starts at about 12 to 13 odd lakhs. They're looking at partner franchise all across India. And we look forward to having you once again tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Ashna, if you're back, can we have that Sanjeevani? And also we have a show today, which is a South India franchise show. Okay, I think Ashna has lost. So friends, tomorrow, Sanjeevani, 12 o'clock, we have a webinar for 45 minutes. And also in the day, we have a South India show, which starts at about 4 o'clock. And we have top 10 brands from South India and for South India looking to penetrate. Please join the same. And you can again reach on the hotline number for any information with respect to these shows or any other event. We also have every recording of the webinar that we have done, including today's Prestige webinar, which is available on the Facebook page of Franchise India. You can go on the Franchise India brands page and see the recording of the entire webinar that we have done today. Great. With this, we'd like to thank all of you friends for joining in. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. George.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.